All right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Sanusi Vision Not Life. My name is Adewale Boke Jr. Please review us, rate us, give us a 5-star. Don't be a hater. Today, I'm going to talk about Karjakz Vs Assassins still. Now I'm going to continue on sticking with the assassins specifically. Moving on last week from the Lord Sanusi, leader of the assassins, to the general of the assassins, his fiance, Artillery. Yeah, that's right, Artillery. This amazing woman who is the general of the assassins, full commander, gives all the orders. You know what I'm saying? She's not to be messed with, man. Before we get into this podcast, because I'm super excited about this episode, we want to thank our sponsors. This Sanusi Vision podcast is brought to you by Tigler. If you need executive services from plumbers to pediatricians and everything in between, search Tigler. That's Tigler.com. Don't wait. Search today. Tigler.com. The best search engine out there for professionals, from plumbers to pediatricians to contractors to landscapers to nurses. If you need certain professionals, Tigler is the spot. You know what I'm saying? And it's ran and operated by owner CEO Adetayo Agboke, one of the best CEOs out there. And this platform, Tigler, is amazing because when you want to find the best professional, guess where you got to go? Tigler.com. Don't wait. Search today. I mean, who hates the fact that you always have to search for professionals, but you always find them in the wrong place? Well, you ain't got to worry about that no more. Just go to Tigler.com, search, figure out what you're looking for, which professional, and you ain't got to worry about it no more. So that's Tigler.com. That's Tigler.com, y'all. Don't wait. Search today. Now, remember also, too, Tigler, soon enough, they'll be showing up on the social media platforms. So whether it's Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, they're going to be there. So get ready to start seeing their platforms, their videos, and just samples, and just connecting the website to the social media platform, because that's what everybody does. So get ready. Tigler is coming with them social medias. All right, get ready. And this podcast is also brought to you by Anadel Funanako. Don't live with foot pain. Let Anadel Funanako make your feet happy again. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. Like I stated before, y'all, I always wear these custom orthotics designed by the greatest foot specialist in the galaxy, Dr. Nero Nusode. I've been pain-free for a long, going on 8 years plus now. I love that my feet don't hurt no more. And that's thanks to Dr. Neo Sode. Certain stretches he told me. I didn't need surgery. I just need to get the right shoes, so I wear the right shoes. And of course, these custom orthotics make everything feel awesome. So I put these in every pair of batas as well. As you know, my footwear, officially have my own footwear. And guess what goes in them? These Anadel Center custom orthotics designed strictly for my feet. So don't wait, y'all. Now, if you're in the Dallas, Frisco, Texas area, if you're in the Dallas area, both different locations, they have 2 locations. Visit Dr. Nero Nusode at one of these awesome locations. Make an appointment so your feet can be happy again. And another great news again, Anadel has YouTube channel going right now, so you want to subscribe to it. Listen, they got awesome stuff, man. I'm talking about testimonials about people and their foot pain and all the riggers and all the horrors they've seen till they got with Dr. Nusode, and he got their feet being where it needs to be, being the happiest feet that they can be on the planet. So make your appointment today at AnadelCenter.com and get it on. And also, too, don't forget, like I told you, I'm officially announcing it. Very proud of this achievement. Dr. Anadel has said that Batas, my footwear line, is the official footwear for Anadel. They will be always talking about my foot as great shoes, whether from the sport ones to the Batas 1 to the Batas 2 low tops, and to the new designs that we got coming out soon shortly, y'all. So y'all get ready to start seeing Batas, man. We on the come up, man. We doing big things. So hey, no complaints here, man. So yo, that's our sponsors, man. Amazing platforms. 2 amazing companies. Gotta thank our sponsors. You know, no, everybody's always about let's have a bunch of sponsors, but not every sponsor is a great sponsor. And I love these 2 companies that I'm working with. They are amazing. It has allowed the Sanusi Vision brand to just go way up there, man. So yo, that's the deals right there, man. Now let's get back to the reason why we was here. Continuing on with this assassins, after I talked about the Karjakz, now we're talking about the assassins. Man, today we're focusing on artillery. And I've already showed you all a picture of artillery, but I got to show you this poster too. You know what I'm saying? Artillery, the general of the assassins. So the things that I'm going to focus on, before I get into that, look at this amazing picture of her. She's always been, as challenging of a character she is, because she's very complex, she's always been easy to draw. I'd be honest with you, man. I've never really had riggers like that with drawing artillery. She's always been easy to draw. Maybe I just think she's a sick character. She's sick as hell. I mean, this is my own character, and I think she's sick as hell. I mean, look at her, man. She's a truth in 2 quarters. So that's artillery right there. And then I got to show you a classic Karjakz Vs Assassins for when she first began, from when the whole journey began. Look at her at the bottom right there. That's her right there. Y'all can see her. Let me back up. That's her right there, in front and center, in front of everybody. That's how she doing. You know what I'm saying? That's artillery right there. You know. So yo, the things that I'm gonna focus on today. You know what I'm saying? And I got to focus on it. We're gonna focus on the origins, her history, her abilities, and man, there are a lot. Comics, animation, and movies. Jumping this thing off with the history. Jumping this thing off with the origins. This lady, real name, Aeon Gray. Now, this is where it gets twisted. Remember I was talking about how it was twisted? Well, she's the sister of Diesel and Cynthia. She's the middle child, right? And so she, growing up, just like her brother and the sister, Scarlet and Diesel, also known as, Scarlet and Ben, also known as Diesel, excuse me, y'all, and Scarlet. She was part of, her parents were long deceased when she was younger. So, them three having to raise themselves, going through different types of foster situations, really didn't help her really emotionally tie herself to people. She never really saw herself as a person who needed others. Although she had a brother and sisters, but she was very independent thinking. Always thinking, okay, if the world's not going to give me, then I'm going to take. You know what I'm saying? Because the world's taken from me. It took her parents. That's how she saw it. And so growing up, she was very distant. She really didn't really try to get close to nobody. And so, hence her becoming operative. Now you got to understand, some of the stuff that, y'all, I'm trying to find something right quick for y'all so y'all can see this. Oh yeah, this lady she's the truth. Wait, give me a second. There we go. Now I got it. God, I wish I could show you the new artillery. She looks so sick. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? But the origins, because it's kind of really complex. You know, growing up as a kid, they were orphaned her and her two siblings, Diesel and Scarlet and Sincere. And then when she grows up, she kind of becomes independent. And without trying to do it, but it eventually happened, she became separated. She separated herself and Scarlet from Ben. I'm not going to get into the whole gist of it because I'm going to take away. That's all I'm going to tell you. But she separates herself, right? And that's how her and Scarlet become assassins. And then Ben becomes part of the Karjakz because he doesn't know where they are. You know, they were young, total separation. I mean, can you imagine a woman being that young and thinking, you know what, we need to separate and go in a different direction, which was crazy. So she becomes independent. She's raising herself. Excuse me. She's raising herself, y'all, but she's also raising Sincere, which is even more insane. You know what I'm saying? So you got a child raising another child. They're growing through all kinds of life. They get adopted. They move in with a family. But as she gets older, she realizes that those who want to have anything have to have power over those who want, if you want anything. And so what does she do? She decides to join, right out of high school, she joins military service, Navy SEALs. And people are looking at her like, a woman Navy SEALs? Yeah, ain't no first time for everything, but she gonna do what she gonna do. See, artillery is a person that's always been underestimated. Even though she's not short, she's brilliant, she's tactical, she's got amazing fighting skills. You know, when she joins the Navy SEALs, she becomes, like I said before, one of the things that people don't understand is that she's a former Navy SEAL. This woman, when I say she has leadership qualities, her leadership qualities are second to none. Y'all, look at me over here getting chilly a little bit. I gotta put on a hoodie, man. I feel cold. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna put this on. Why not? There we go. That's much better. So yeah, back to artillery. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait till I get a Sanusi Vision podcast hoodie. Y'all wait till y'all see that. That's coming soon. But right now we're gonna showcase this Karjakz Vs Assassins hoodie available on SanusiVision.com. If you love hoodies, you gotta go get this hoodie on SanusiVision.com. Check this out. Look at this. Look how cool this is. This is so cool. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm even gonna wear it like this just because it feels so cool. Look, artillery, man. This lady is so exciting. So she separates herself and Scarlet from Ben. She goes off on her own, and then as she goes into different and she goes to the Navy SEALs. She gets into training. Now, when she gets there, she realizes that people are going to underestimate her because she's a woman. Because you got these haters, these idiots who think like dinosaurs. She's of African and Native American descent. It's you know what I'm saying. And then also too, people just underestimate her. I mean, not underestimate her. She's brilliant. She's intelligent. She's tactical. And so she's going through this phase where she's figuring out who she is. And then when she gets to Navy SEALs, she comes to realize that, man, I really got a skill for taking people out, for doing missions, for extractions, and just being all around bad, a bad person. And when she really, not so much a bad person, but the truth in terms of a very skilled individual. And she realized her skill is tactics. And so she's able to use tactics to get through a lot of things. And then when she joins the Navy SEALs, her tactical abilities become even more enhanced. So she decides, you know what? I'm gonna go from not having anything to having something. Because her main goal in her life was to have more than she ever had growing up. To have more than what her parents left them for. Of course, her parents won't be around long enough for them to even have enough of anything, because they were gone when they were young. And so when she joins the Navy SEAL, she decides, you know what? I'm gonna keep doing this, and I'm gonna reach as high as I can. Which she did. She became fully independent. She had her own gold squad team, taking people out. But also, too, at the same time, she realized, you know what? This is not enough for me. Now you got to understand what her real name is, because I got to break some things down to you. One, she's second in command of the assassins. She's the tactical strategist. That's Sun Tzu's general. She's not only Sun Tzu's general, but she's his wife. You see what I'm saying? She's his fiance, future wife. And then also, like I told y'all too, she's the sister of Diesel and Sincere. She's the second oldest child, and her parents are deceased. But now her real name is Aeon Gray, alias Artillery. Of course, you already know that. Citizenship, she's American South American. Place of birth, Apache City. Just like Ben and Sincere. And then, of course, weight. Height 5'10", weight 158. Eyes hazel. Hair is black. Occupation, she's a bodyguard, and that's all I'm going to tell you right there. She's all around badass. I got to understand, as she goes now, me talking about how she joins forces with Sun Tzu. Now that's in the history of her history, because her origins are rare, man. This is the kind of lady that movie can be done on. Animated movies can be done on. She's that powerful of a character. I can't tell many people when I'm at the art show, so like, man, Artillery, this woman is sick as hell. I'm trying to lose the drawing right here. They're like, this woman is the truth. Of course she's the truth. She's one of the baddest characters you've ever seen. You've never seen anything like her before. I remember I always tell people all the time, when Sun Tzu sends Artillery, it's over for everybody that's involved in whatever was going down. Because she coming. And when she comes through, all bad guys, good guys, whatever's going down, everybody's getting taken out. Period. You cannot stop this woman. She's incredible, man. You know what I mean? So that's Artillery's origin. She's a complex character, one whose main focus is on independence, having power to decide her own future, man. So that's origin right there. Next up is history. You know what I'm saying? Next up is history. I'm taking notes, y'all. Next up is history. Now, with this woman right here, historically, how she becomes the leader of the assassins is when she joins forces with Sun Tzu. And I do stress the word join forces because, yes, she's his fiance. Yes, she's going to be his future wife, right? But see, the reason why she was chosen was because, or he aligned forces with her, is because she realized she was a tactical strategist. She understands tactics. She understands way of defeating. She understands extractions. And so Sun Tzu asked her and said, okay, I know you have after power, but what kind of power do you want? The power to choose, the power for you to have your own power, or for you to be decided what kind of power you're going to have. She wanted full control. So then she joins the assassins. And meanwhile, too, you have to understand something. In joining with Sun Tzu, there's a part that I forgot. She has to become a mother to Revo and Kanji, because remember, their mother is long deceased, right? So as youngins, she raised them. She raises Revo and Kanji literally. She's been raising them, since they were younger. Since they were like 9 years old. So she's raised them. She has to be a mother. Now keep this in mind. The only raising she's ever done is really with Sincere. So remember, all this time while she's on these extraction missions, Sincere is still over here with adopted parents. And then all of a sudden, one day when Artillery comes back, she takes Sincere from the adopted parents and brings her with her to join the assassins. Because now at this junction, she's part of the assassins. And at this junction, Sansu's putting together all the rest of the people on the team. Excursion, Snipes, Yukon. And of course, you still got Kanji Revo that she's raising, right? Then her and Sansu decide, you know, let's form a team. You can lead my assassins. I need somebody who's tactical, smart, brilliant. Of course, she's beautiful. That's also incorporated into, and she's intelligent. I want you to lead my army of the assassins. I'm going to put at your disposal of those powerful individuals who are the most highly skilled individuals at each one of their positions, and you will lead them. And also, too, aside from that, she will become his wife and his general. And so Artillery now has to gambit herself, leave this army of assassins. She abandons the Navy SEAL completely goes AWOL, off the grid. Nobody even knows where she is. They spent years and years looking for her, because of course when you lose somebody that good, the greatest of all time in terms of the Navy SEAL branch, they're like, man, why can't she just go ghost? So you got a woman, she goes from nobody wanted her to be a Navy SEAL, nobody wanted to give her the opportunity, to the greatest of all time, because there was never any mission she ever didn't complete. Whether it was distractions, whether it was taking out dictators and good people alike, it didn't matter. She was up to the task and she broke people off. She's an international, people call her the Shadow because nobody even knows where she's coming from. And you know, like I said, artillery meaning that she's fully armed. There's no amount of capabilities on weapons and tactics that she does not have. That's why I call her artillery. She's a bad one. Man, she's a bad one. And so she's the type of woman, she's the type of person that believes in like complete control, just like Sun Tzu. Either the rule or be ruled. And she's all about, I'm a rule. So as Sun Tzu's fiance and wife, future wife, she is given the task and the mission to lead the assassins into the future of where they dominate the universe and the world. Forget the world. It's like, no, let's dominate the universe. Yeah, now you got to understand, of all the assassins, she's, man, how can I put this? She's the only one who can really challenge Sun Tzu. Like, even the children don't challenge Sun Tzu, because theirs is more like there's children. But she is somebody who comes into his life, and she's not afraid to speak her mind on things. She's not afraid to challenge him. She's not afraid to let him know, hey, I think this is a better idea. And of course, I think this is the main thing why Sun Tzu decides she is going to make a great wife, because his first wife wasn't nothing like Artillery. She was kind, gentle, excuse me, y'all, and a loving human being, but she wasn't what Artillery is, where she's some of those things, but Artillery has that gumption, that no nonsense, that I can take on the world by myself. You know, she's very independent. Now you got to understand something about Artillery. When she goes from coming back from the Navy SEALs to going completely AWOL and joining forces with Sun Tzu to begin to have the assassins, to lead the assassins, she comes back and she comes back and gets Sincere, takes her away and joins the assassins too. So now she's moving Sincere. She's still raising Sincere. No, Sincere is a bit of an adult now. Well into it. She's going. I'm not gonna say the age, but she's an adult now. And so Artillery no longer has to care for her, but at the same time too, Sincere, as you well know, eventually breaks off on her own, realizing that, yo, being an assassin not for me. I gotta go. She joins the Karjakz, and so there's a betrayal right there. Now Artillery feels betrayed. Why? Because I raised you, I trained you, made you who you are. And now you just leaving me and moving on, and not even like you feel betrayed. So there's the betrayal that Artillery feels right there. So she feels lost and abandonment for her parents. She trains herself, becomes a Navy SEAL, becomes the greatest Navy SEAL. Then she goes on, join forces with Sun Tzu. And at the same time too, even though Sincere leaves her, there's a betrayal in a hole that Artillery feels, and she feels like she has to get back at Sincere, which is weird. Because that literally, she has animosity towards her own sister. She can't just take it like, oh, you just left me. No. She's like, nah, you've become my enemy. So how messed up is that? You raise somebody and then you decide that they're going to become your enemy. Artillery is, I got to tell you, if there's one thing about her that you will come to realize is in the comic books, she's no nonsense, but she's also very, what's this word? Not forgiving. That's how I'm going to put it. If you cross her, you done messed up. She don't want to be crossed. She don't want you doing nothing dishonorable to come at her like that. She don't play that. You know what I'm saying? So Artillery is one of these human beings that her history is complicated. And you got to remember too, just like her brothers, a brother and a sister, Diesel and Sincere, she loses her parents. And so she's never been raised by anybody. And when you have somebody who's raised like that, your outlook on life is going to be like, all I got is me, myself, and I, man. I'm either going to do it or I'm not going to do it. And she was hell-bent on getting where she needs to go. She never really had anybody to give her anything. She raised herself, raised her sister too, Sincere. And so when Sincere leaves her, she feels betrayed, man. Yo, the history of Artillery, and I can't say too much because of the first official Karjakz Vs Assassins comic book. And I'm just going to say this much right here because this is part of the book. The next new bio book that I'm coming out with. So Aeon Grey, Artillery, is clever, beautiful, tactical, and deadly. These attributes make her a perfect general for Sanusi's army, the Assassins. This former Navy SEAL turned CIA agent whose leadership qualities can only be matched by her thirst for power. That's what I'm going to say. So she goes from Navy SEAL to turn CIA agent, as I told y'all. Then she leaves them completely off the grid and doesn't bother. See, I almost missed that part right there, talking about her CIA days. When I say she was a CIA agent, she was sick as hell with it. She went on mad missions, on missions that you would not expect. And this is another great thing about talking about Artillery. I can't wait to create an animated movie where I'm talking about her artistic abilities. You know what I'm saying? So that's the beautiful Artillery. She's an incredible human being, and that, you know, her history is just, it's so complex, man. You know what I'm saying? Super complex. So that's the history right there. Next. Next up are the abilities. Her abilities. Yes, her abilities. When I say abilities, oh God, this lady has abilities. Oh my God. Let's break down some things she can do. So, first of all, her occupation is bodyguard, which is a joke because she's Sanusi's bodyguard. Literally, she parades as Sanusi's bodyguard in the building Argon Tech. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thinks she's just a bodyguard, but nobody realizes that she's Artillery, the general, his fiance, commander of the Assassins. You know what I'm saying? The second in command of the Assassins is general. And so her abilities include fighting skills, which include the shadow arts, mastering taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, and karate. Also, Navy SEAL and CIA training, combat training. Weapons, cannons that she had, an array of weapons, a suit that she has on, like a Teflon suit, just like the other people. And then, of course, what I like to call abilities too. Her tactical abilities, her intelligence abilities, her physical ability to whoop you. You know what I'm saying? She's a person who just really develops like this intelligence to where you can't really beat her like trying to outmaneuver her. That's not gonna work because she's a tactical strategist. And one of the things that separates her from Escalade is that she's willing to go the distance. She's not interested in just, oh yeah, this is how far we can get. She wants to know how she can crush you, and that's what she's gonna go for. Her abilities, like, I think that's what I feel fascinating about Artillery is that it's rare that anybody gives her orders. Nobody can even give her orders, not even Sun Tzu. She doesn't take orders from anybody. She's a one-woman wrecking crew. You know what I'm saying? And so she's she's an ace. She's a marksman. She's a markswoman. When I say she don't miss, man. She's got an array of different things like grenades and stuff that she uses to disable people when she's fighting them. I mean, this woman doesn't go into a mission unless she's got more than enough to kick your you know what. You know, she has the abilities to lead people, and she's a leader too. So it's rare that when you have somebody who's a leader, who's a former CIA agent turned hitman, you're asking them to lead you, and she's able to relate to all the different personalities at one different level. You know, whether it's excursion, you know, who thinks that he's better than her or somehow, and she's realizes every day she's teaching him a lesson. Or you have Kanji, who she raises and teaches her to be what's this word? No nonsense, not take any crap from the world. Then of course Revo teaches him to be confident. This guy has so much confidence, it's not even funny. Like Revo, she's raised Revo so great that his ability to he's not even reasonable with what he's thinking. Like he's always seen as kind of like arrogant, but he's not really arrogant. He's just a person who was raised by an incredible woman, Artillery, to believe in himself. Then also too, when I say she's an extraordinary navigator. She's a great ace pilot. So she pilots this chopper, which chopper I'm not going to show you because the chopper is only going to be seen in the first official Karjakz Vs Assassins comic book. She's an amazing ace pilot. When I say she can, oh my God, is there anything this woman can't do? And then of course her fighting skills are just off the chain ridiculous. You know, you mess with her, oh, you're going to wish you hadn't. You're going to wish that you had found some other route to go about what the hell it is that you wanted to do, because coming at her ain't going to work out for you at all. Not even a little bit, not even a tiny little bit. When I'm talking about skills on skills, it's a gifted lady in terms of this preference of superheroism or creating or just all around being an all-around supervillain. Man, because she could have went either way. She could have been a hero, but because of her thirst for power, she became a villain. And with those villainous abilities, she became leader of the assassins. Her combat skills, her intelligence, can't none of that be messed with. And you got to understand, this is like, man, I wish I could show you all the new Artillery. She's just, oh my Lord, she's sick with it, man. So her abilities are just being able to galvanize people as well as lead them into where she wants them to go. And also too, when you have a what's the word I'm looking for? When you have, it's not that she doesn't have empathy, it's that she doesn't, nobody ever had empathy for her. So these are abilities that she's learning to grow as a human being. Because while she's Sun Tzu's around this age group, she's also like getting over scars, which was caused from her losing her parents, getting abandoned for high school, getting abandoned again, and just all around figuring out on. She did that. That's her abilities. Her abilities. I think this is an ability from a lot of human beings to persevere. To me, that's an ability because she's an incredibly powerful, challenging human being who decides, you know what, I'm not gonna fail, I'm just gonna progress forward, man. So that's Artillery right there. Next up are the comics. The comics, man, when I say comics are, you know, I forgot to show you all this. Talking about history. I done messed up before I join with this comics. Let's talk about this Artillery right here. That's the first original Artillery right there. Look at how cool that is. I remember when I drew that, I was like, oh, I'm that dude. You know what I'm saying? Now look. Excuse me, y'all. I'm over here yawning. Man. Look at this right here. We talk about comics. Oh yeah, she's gonna have her own comic, but I just needed to show y'all the differences, man. Look at this. So in terms of comics, one of the things I always wanted to do when I created the Karjakz Vs Assassins comic book, the first official pirate book, I decided I want each character to have their own comic book because as the comic books, as the first official Karjakz Vs Assassins comic book comes along and it's almost done, I realized each character needs to have their own comic book. My characters are not great. Very few people actually have characters that are all around and everybody's equal and everybody can do their own thing. Everybody can make their own thing happen. But I've got a comic character here in Artillery. And look, when you look at the screen covers, the cover of each one, you realize why each character can have their own comic book, because this is the only way you can really accentuate each character. So Artillery comics, oh my God, I'm gonna love it because guess what I'm building it from? I'm building from the point of where she started from, when she joined the Navy SEALs and then became a CIA agent. I'm building it in terms of like her history of the past, when she grew up around Ben and Sincere. You know, she's a woman who has to who and then another thing too, the reason why she needs comics seriously, there's not that many female supervillain characters with comics, let alone superhero characters with comics. A lot of what I'm gonna do with her is gonna be like a new thing where people are like telling you exactly where I explain her history to you. So we're gonna go from her origins in the comics to the history, so even to the abilities that I'm talking about right now. And then when I go through those gambits of things, you get to understand why she is who she is. You get to understand why she demands independency. You get to understand how, like, the comic book is going to focus on her, with her, the whole Assassins, and then the whole Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. Her going against her arch nemesis, her arch rival, Escalade, because Escalade sees Artillery as an arch nemesis. So to see each other as nemesis in terms of all fighting each other and fight, it's like good versus evil. Well, with the comics, I think one of the things I liked about the comics was the fact that I can tell the history of somebody. But some of the comics I used to read for X-Men, mostly X-Men, they had so many characters that you have to be able to separate them. And what made them great was that they had comics on Wolverine, they had comics on Cyclops, comics on Storm, comics on Rogue, Gambit, whoever you want to name it, Beast. But with Artillery, I'm kind of keeping her in the scope of the whole Karjakz Vs Assassins universe because she's going to be a monster character. Like, her comic books are going to be liberating for women, liberating for all people that want something they've never seen before. Because this character she's never seen. Like I told you, Artillery is basically somebody who I feel like she was an underdog, she was abandoned, she found her way, and now she's made her way. Oh, everybody's gonna pay. That's how. And I'm gonna focus on that because the comic books, a lot of people that talk about the comic books, they don't understand that when you have a character like this, having a comic book is another outlet to getting the character to recognition. And so whether the best what am I looking for here? Whether I'm talking about her history or origins or powers or combat skills, whatever y'all want to call it, you're gonna see her, the fact that she just has it all together. She's not really looking for this is what I'm looking for. You're gonna see the comic book tell how this woman became who she is, and that to me is important to me because at the comic expos, people will be like, "Man, who is this?" They always want to know, and they always want to know, is she gonna get her own comic book? I'm like, hell yeah, as powerful as she is, you damn right. And I'm not counting on Marvel, DC, or any other companies. I'm just doing it on my own, which is the best way to do it. You can't really ask for nothing else if you're doing it on your own. That's the beauty of doing it on your own. People can never take away from you what they give you. And her comic book series is going to expand on the whole thing. And this same comic book is going to be used to tailor on next to what I'm about to talk next to about animation. You know, you have to understand, each one of these bio books is different. And just like all the other characters in the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe, each comic book is going to be different, right? Except you got 3. So you just got to know what you're doing and how to do it, because nowadays comic books they're making a comeback. I mean, there was like a 10-year period where comics books weren't even popping, but now with excuse me y'all, but now with the resurgence, I'm like, I was even I myself, as much as I always love animation, I always tell myself, I wonder if they can tell me what the what's this word, if they can tell me let me see how I put together a comic series, because she's gonna have, man, the books are gonna be, oh my god, I'm trying to think right now. I've got her in a 7 the comic books are gonna help you to understand how this woman's history ties, the origins, the history, and her abilities. And I'm really gonna make an effort, conservative effort, to make sure that she's emphasized fully from her beginnings to her current moments to the future. That's what's important about having a comic book. I think they really allow you to have a great grandeur vision of what the character could become. I mean, she's not your everyday character, man. Are you kidding me? A woman this powerful, man, she's the leader. And look, this is her with the assassins right there. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is the first version of the comic. So let's look at the bio books versions, because this is something I never focused on before. But look at Artillery. right there by herself. Now this is with the whole team. This is version 1 right here. Y'all see what's up. Y'all know what it is. And then version 2 bio book. Let's bust out artillery. Well, I guess we could show you the assassins first. Assassins right there, look at her. And then of course, this is this artillery right here. There you go, look at that, man. All that info on her, height, weight, all that good stuff. And then of course, you got the last but not least, the 3rd version of the Bible, because I got the 4th one coming soon. Look at that, the assassins by themselves, man. Look at that, looking so sick. You know what I'm saying? So that's her in the corner to the left right there, if you're wondering. And then of course, page 11. That's right, artillery. She's page 11 in the comic book. Yeah, that's right. You see her, all the info on her, man. She's that woman, man. You know what I mean? So yo, that's comic books right there, man. That's straight up comic books. So next. Next up is the animation. I gotta give myself timers. Next up is the animation. Animation is my favorite love, and as you well know, the whole most important thing, the whole idea, what started Karjakz Vs Assassins, the fact that I wanted my own animation series with characters that look like me, representing the Afrocentric, beautiful Afrocentric way, but also to Africa's way. You know, I am Nigerian, so a lot of these characters are Nigerian based. And so that was important to me because guess what? I hadn't seen an action cartoon like this where people were actually doing big time things with African American characters. Meanwhile, I've got my own book. I don't have to beg anybody. And just like I've got my own book, and just like any other animation series, whether it's Avengers, whether it's who am I thinking about here? X-Men, Gargoyles, Young Justice, you name it. I'm gonna try to bat them all out of the galaxy right there. I'm making Karjakz Vs Assassins greater. And the thing about Karjakz Vs Assassins, artillery is not only going to be in the animation series, the Karjakz Vs Assassins, but she's going to be one with assassins, and then she's going to be one with the with by herself. And the thing is, I'm going to, just like how I did the comic book, I'm going to make sure that I use her in a way that where you understand from the comic books, the animation, there's a tie, there's a bind right there. Because I don't want people to get confused, but because her character's so sick. How sick would you think it would be for me to have an animated movie of her, to where she's going on one of the extraction missions, or to have an animation series episodes about how she was looking after Cynthia, becoming a full-grown woman herself, barely fending for herself and taking care of her younger sister. Then how she goes from that to another animated series, another animated movie talking about how she went in the military and served, and then of course she couldn't stand the CIA, so she left. She felt like too much bureaucracy and too many restrictions, so she wasn't playing that. So joining forces with Sanusi was the latest. And then another animated movie, her joining forces with Sanusi, how that whole relationship came about, what she's done for the for Kanji and Revo, and how that relationship came about, and how she's helped to uplift I guess the 2 kids. That's really how you can see Kanji and Revo uplifting 2 kids that were trying to find somebody, and you know that's important. And so when you being a woman, when you being a person like artillery, you are not really thinking about other people, you think about yourself. But I think Kanji and Revo really brought the best out of her. And so when you talk about animated movies, that's all things you're gonna see. Like how sick is it gonna be to have artillery have her own movie? When I say I've written animated movies, the episodes already, I have written the episodes already. This woman's gonna be getting her own deal, man. You know what I mean? Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Shoot, sometimes you gotta throw gum in your mouth, man. You know what I mean, y'all? In terms of the animation, woo, it's gonna be fire. I'm talking anime movies where she's all over the planet. Shoot, she might mess around and be all over the galaxy. You never know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But this animation series, because one of the things I'm also gonna be proud of is that it's gonna be a time. I'm thinking of anime movies, and I can't think of any too many women animated movies. Not too many. I've seen Black Widow, none for Storm, none for Vixen, Wonder Woman probably because they keep pumping that one out. But there ain't too many anime movies, man. I see her as an opportunity to show women what all you can be, because there's a lot of women out there that love animation. Now, how sick would it be for Artillery to have her own animation series? And for these amazing women out there that love representation, they'll be like, oh my God, OMG. I can't tell you how many people love Artillery. And they always ask me, who's the arch nemesis? I'll be like, yo, that's Escalade's arch nemesis right there. So animation is a vital part of this whole Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. There's no way Miss Artillery is not getting her own anime series. Are you kidding me? To where she's raising her kids, Riva and Kanji, to how her and Sanusi join forces, to how she leads the assassins themselves. That's another storyline right there. Oh my God! When I say endless amounts of awesomeness, I do mean endless amounts of awesomeness. Artillery is one of those characters that you have to hope. You have to you have to hope that she's having an off days to not take you out. That's all I gotta say. And this animated movie, animated series, and any of the animation I'm gonna put her in is gonna emphasize her greatness. From how she lost her brother Ben and Sincere, lost her brother and her sister Ben and Sincere, to how she raised Sincere. I mean, these are all things you're gonna see in the animated movie, in the animated series. You know, even if I can't, for example, I've already written 2 seasons of the animated series already. 2 seasons. So there's nothing stopping me from moving forward. Only difference is that I want to move forward independently. I have no desire for any other company trying to screw me over. We ain't going for that. You know what I mean? So the animated series with Artillery, oh Lord have mercy, is going to be off the chain. You know what I mean? Now, last but not least is the movies. Man, who ain't gonna do movies? Movies are the backbone of everything. You know what I mean? Movies, I've always had this in my head. The perfect person I think to play Artillery would be Kerry Washington. I'm serious. She's an amazing actor. Because when I think about all the shows she's been on and the movies, the kind of talent that she has would make her be the perfect Artillery. It'd be amazing to see Artillery in a movie by herself by herself with the assassins and also with the whole entire Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. I can't wait for the day when this actually is going to become a movie, because I've already written the scripts and stuff. I already know what I want to do, but I've been doing these singular episodes with each character from the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. I realized that I need to have a whole complete thought of how I want to go about this, because she is a character. If you have a person like Kerry Washington, who else can play her? Come on, think. Ooh, man, this is rough. I can't think of anybody who I'd want to play Kerry Washington. The movie's gonna be Spitfire, and as always, I'm gonna use the comics and the animation to build the movies, to tell you a story that's befitting a person who's an amazing character. Like Artillery is one of those characters that you might go through 4 auditions or 5, 6 auditions to figure out who's best to play her. Because you got somebody who's aggressive, who's yet understanding, who has empathy, who wants to be there. You know what I'm saying? And Artillery is the type of person that, as aggressive as she is, and as take you out and whatever else she might want to do, she's a caring individual. That's one of the reasons why I said I like Kerry Washington, because I've seen a bunch of her movies. She has this uncanny ability to transcend off the screen. Like, you don't just focus on her, how pretty she is. No, you focus on, she's an amazing actor. I'm telling you. Oh my God, Artillery making this movie. Even me still looking at this screen right now, like, damn, Artillery is gonna be that person when this movie comes out. You know what I'm about to do? I'm gonna bust out my glasses again, just like I did last week. I mean, they are pretty sick. I mean, what can I tell you? They are pretty sick. You know what I mean? So, Artillery movies, y'all know it's over. There we go. Artillery movies, it's game over. She's the type of person that's gonna build, be able to. And then another great thing, she's great with relationships too. So Artillery, the movies, oh my God, gonna be nuts. Whether it's of course you can always look for 3 things, but we're gonna focus on her past, her present, and her future, and how she ties everything together in terms of growing herself. I mean, can you imagine movies talking about her beginning, her middle, and then of course the future? I mean, Sanusi literally said we can just move we move as one unit. And when you join forces with Sanusi, which is gonna be another cool thing, figuring out who's gonna play Sanusi, which I've always thought it should be Idris Elba. You know what I'm saying? And then her and Kerry Washington are joining forces, and that's gonna be so sick. I mean, this movie is gonna be, oh my Lord, have mercy. It's gonna be Spitfire. I cannot wait to actually do a movie on Artillery, because aside from finding the actor, locations are going to be important, because you don't know what kind of location is going to be important, because you want me to shoot movies about her in different parts of the world. And if she went on space missions, hey, we need to get that too, because she's that incredible of a character. Whatever we did on the first design that I made, like designs from like the first movie onto the second movie onto the third movie, or designs from the movies themselves, like the whole Karjakz Vs Assassins universe, because that's one universe. Assassin universe, that's another universe, and then Clarity, that's another universe. Singularly needing help, but I can't really stay because the amount of help I can give doesn't. I can't. Excuse me. You can't really. I lost my train of thought. But Artillery is the type of character that, even though she's a villain, I got a feeling that a lot of people, and I've already seen it at art shows, a lot of people love her. They love her independence, they love her courage, they love her take no nonsense. I mean, they just, now imagine transitioning this into the movies. Oh Lord have mercy. Movies are going to be sick as hell. So, you know, I'm super excited about the future of Artillery. And Artillery, I mean, I get excited just talking about Artillery. I mean, it's almost as if I have a crush on my own character. A crush on my own character, which is wild, man. You know what I mean? But Artillery, oh my God, the general. She ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? There's no games with her, man. So, yo, that's Artillery right there, man. The things that the movies is probably what I'm really looking forward to. And I can't wait till that day that when that happens. Like, hey, Miss Kerry Washington, would you like to play Artillery? She's like, heck yeah. Are you kidding me? This sounds like it's going to be fun. You know what I mean? So, yo, that's the movies right there. And, you know, that's our show for today. I mean, I didn't, man, Artillery is one person I've been waiting on for a long time to do a thing on. And I didn't realize I wanted to focus on my characters individually till I actually got to episode 169. I said, you know what? Forget this. Instead of talking about all these other superhero shows, how about I focus on my own character? And right now, as I speak, ARTILERY episode is episode number 181, which is weird. She's an odd number, and she's an odd person, and it's an odd number that she's getting. So, which is pretty sweet. You know what I mean? But yo, the things I want to recap today, man. Origins, how she started, how her family became deceased, her tarnished relationship with Ben and Diesel. With Cynthia and Diesel. How that all separated, how she took ownership of her life and separated from Ben and the whole like experience of just being a foster child. Then the history comes. She joins the CIA. She becomes like this super man, take you out type of strategy person, man. And then her abilities, all the things she can do, combat skills, tactical skills, markswoman. She's just, oh my god, off the chain. Comics, come on, man. Shoot, these comics right here, heck yeah. You know, this out white. My Bible book, I can't wait till the 4th Bible book comes out. That's gonna be sick as hell. Then of course, animation. Who doesn't want to see this amazing superhero lady in her own animated series? Are you kidding me? Should I do an entire animated series on her? But also to an animated movies where you can be like, whoa, what in God's name is going on? And then of course, last but not least, movies. Everybody wants to see real live action, not just 2D. And we got a woman, excuse me, yo, my computer's trying to go to sleep. That ain't right. So you know, and then movies, you got a woman like this. Imagine Karjakz Washington playing her in the movies. Oh Lord have mercy. Man, it's gonna be nuts. And then I can't wait to see the new ARTILERY when the 4th Bible book comes out. When I say it's sick, she is sick, man. You know what I mean? So yo, that's ARTILERY right there. With the movies as well. So before we get up out of here, we're still gonna talk about cool new stuff that we got. First things first, since it's the summer, we gotta stay hydrated. Get your water on. I mean, please get your water on. These water bottle cans are available on sunfusion.com. You know what I mean? We got all kinds of characters from Blade, Iron Man, Batman, Wonder Woman, Voltron, Turtles, Mega Man. You name it, we got it, man. And then next thing we got, because I know people love phones and love their cases. You got to be able to get your case. This is a case right here with the art design. And we got them for different phones too, whether it's the iPhone family or the Samsung Galaxy family, all the way to the latest 24 Ultra. Trust me, we're doing big things. In these cases, when I say they're strong, they are super, super, super strong. Then another thing is the phone flip case. Check this out. This for a lot of people, mostly women, they love these cases right here because they can put their information stuff right here and then fit it in their pocket. This phone case, I use it once in a while, but I gotta save it because it's my baby. I love it that dang much. You know what I mean? But it's great leather. It looks cool, and you can put your other phone right here in this spot, and then all kinds of information, maybe credit cards or debit cards that you like to lose carrying yourself. You right here. You know what I mean? So that's phone case right there. Then of course, clothing. Are you kidding me? Sweatpants. For the ladies, custom design. And wait till you see the new leggings we're getting in. The leggings are sick, but these are sweatpants right here. These are great for general wear, and also too great for exercising. If you just want to exercise, but you don't want to be doing too much, you wear a sweatpant. And they can come in different characters too, from Wonder Woman right here, to the other Wonder Woman, to Vixen, to Escalade, to ARTILERY, to Kanji, Snipes. You know what I'm saying? You have to decide, like, we got all kinds of characters on there. We can put any character one. Of course, you can see this one with the Asha logo. But when I say smooth feeling, these sweaters are smooth. And we got them for men and women. But these are the women's design, because guess what I'm doing? I'm talking about a woman character today, so I got to focus on it, man. You know what I mean? So, yo, that's ARTILERY's that's sweatpants right there. I mean, these things are super, super comfortable. And when I say they dry fast, they dry fast. And then next up is t-shirts. Yes. T-shirts. We're making t-shirts now, man. These are sick as hell. Check this out. Let's do a 360. You got Storm right there. Look at that. Look at the back. Look at the right sleeve. Look at the left sleeve. Look at the front. Look at the detail of this mess. And then look at the back. And the reason why I'm showing you this shirt is because they come in different things too. They can be round neck or V-neck. So here's round neck right here, but we got V-necks too. And we got all kinds of awesome, amazing characters. Like you've got Storm right here. You can get it in Artillery. You can get it in Kanji, Snipes. You can get it overseas. I mean, excuse me. You can get in different characters, and the design of each one is pretty, and the material is just, oh my Lord, have mercy. I mean, when I say quality, these shirts are quality. Most people that have bought it from me, they have had theirs for a long, good minute, man. And then last but not least, even though it's not least, is the shoes. The Karjakz Vs sneakers. That's right. I'm gonna let y'all take a good look at it. This is the right foot right here. Check out the right foot, the inside of the right foot, the outside of the right foot. Then now let's check out the left foot. Look at the left foot with Sensei on it, right? I know y'all can see it. I wanna make sure y'all can see it. Check this out, man. Look at that. Sensei, just the person we're talking about. And then check this out. Sensei and Artillery sisters you sharing a shoe, a sneaker. The Karjakz Vs sneakers, these are sick as I don't know what. You can wear them with jeans, you can wear them with shorts. I mean, they all around just the truth, man. You know what I mean? Karjakz Vs sneakers. Check this out. Look at that, man. I mean, when I say platinum, these are the platinum Karjakz Vs sneakers. You can get them in different characters too, from Artillery, Karjakz Vs Assassins, Escalade, Sincere, Kanji, Snipes. You know what I mean? You want to have more characters, man. You can get. You can even get it in Hawk Girl, Wonder Woman, Storm, whatever is bothering you. Whichever characters you want is what you want to go get on our website, man. So this is available on sanusi.com. I know I've talked about these wet sneakers before, but every time I'm talking about ladies, I always feel like the homage. I gotta pay homage to ladies as much as I can, whether it's with sneakers, or whether it's the Karjakz Vs sneakers, or whether it's the new sport ones that we got coming in, and even some of the new designs of shoes that we got coming in the future, man. So yo, Karjakz Vs sneakers, visit, get it on sanusi.com, man. So y'all, that's our show for today, man. Don't forget about it here. As always, I got to focus on the bio book. Why? Because this bio book tells you all about the first official, gets you ready for the first official Karjakz Vs Assassins comic book. And when I say the comic book is sick, oh my God, this book is sick. It's sick. And the reason why you want this comic book is so you can understand everything about each character, from their bios to their weight and to where they're from, what cities or whatever, all of these things. And when you've got this bio book, so when you see the first official Karjakz Vs Assassins comic book comes out, you ain't gonna be confused. You're gonna know what's up. So you know what I mean? You're gonna know what's up. And look, this Bible book incorporates, this is what's available on sanusi.com right now. You know what I mean? It's got the characters in version 5. These are the heroes right here, the Karjakz, led by Cajun, with Cajun, Escalade being their leader. You got Glocks and Rasputin, and then Shepard and Diesel. You know what I mean? So this Bible book right here, and then I got to show you the assassins. There's no doubt I got to show you the assassins, man. Come on, man. Look at that. Artillery with the rest of the people. And then with the assassins, Lord Sanusi, Artillery, Kanji, Revo, Snipes, Excursion, Yukon. You know what I mean? The assassins, man. You got to have the assassins on you. You got the assassins there. And this Bible is going to help you to understand everything that's going on with the first official Karjakz Vs Assassins comic book. Because when it comes out, you ain't going to be confused. You feel me? So that's what's up with the Bible book, man. And if you want it in version 1 or version 2 of the Bible book, so let's see all three together, you can order the version 5 because that's the only thing that's available on the website. And then you can ask me, hey, can you make me a version, a different version? That's what I want to get the whole collectible. You feel me? That's how you're supposed to do it. Get the whole collectible. So yo, that's the comic books. That's the Bible book right there, man. Getting you ready for the first official. Getting you ready for the first official Karjakz Vs Assassins comic book. And when I say this comic book is sick, it is sick as I don't know what, man. It's gonna be lit. So yo, that's our show for today, man. But before we get up out of here, we gotta thank our sponsors, right? Pay these bills. This Sound Vision podcast is brought to you by Tigler. If you need executive services from plumbers to pediatricians and everything between, get your search on today on Tigler.com. Don't wait, search today. That's Tigler.com. That's Tigler.com, yo. That's TGRIL. That's TGRIL.com, and get your search on and find the professionals you're looking for to get done what you need to get done. You feel me? And then this podcast is also brought to you by Anadel for the ankle. Don't live with foot pain. Let Anadel for the ankle make your feet happy again. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. As I stated before, Annadale's got the best foot specialist in the galaxy, and they've got 2 locations. So make sure you go find one of those locations, whether it's in the Dallas, Texas area or in the Frisco, Texas area. They're all in the same vicinity. So make an appointment, see him today. I know I gotta see. I'm grateful that Dr. Newasode looked at my feet when I was in pain and helped me to find a resolution, because it was a hot mess, y'all. My feet used to hurt like I don't know what. But problem solved now, man. So AnnadaleCenter.com for details, y'all, and Tigler.com for the details, y'all, for contractors, professionals, anybody can help you fix your situation for your business goals, man. You know what I mean? So, y'all, that's our show for today, man. I feel awesome. I love talking about my characters. You know what I mean? So I want to thank y'all for listening. This podcast is produced, written, and directed by yours truly, Adewale Booker Jr. Please check out our website for all the cool stuff we got. From glasses cases to hoodies, t-shirts, the Sound Vision Podcast t-shirt, which is available on soundvision.com, and you can get it in different colors. Gray, dark gray, blue, royal blue, blue, purple, black, just depending on it, you know what I'm saying? Depending on, you have it in multiple color schemes. So I'm not trying to have people limit, unless you want something kind of different where you got one sleeve a different color, one sleeve a different color. But we do all kinds of custom, so you just have to pay a little something more if you want that. But soundvision.com, we got all kinds of cool stuff, man. Glasses cases, flip phone cases, you know what I'm saying? Water bottles, you know what I mean? You name it, soundvision.com's got it. And please also subscribe to our podcast on our YouTube channel at Sanusi. When I tell you that thing has grown, it has grown because I moved from TikTok to YouTube. And the cool thing about YouTube is that you can do all kinds of things that you can do to TikTok and then some. You know what I mean? So I'd rather have my what's this word? Have visual listening and a direct place for people to come and ask me for my products for my products on my website. I love it. Like even just the other day, somebody wrote me on YouTube, man, how much are for these for leggings? And I replied the lady. I told her I wasn't afraid to tell her my price. So subscribe, because when we get new episodes for our podcast, you'll be able to be notified immediately when they come up, which is usually every Monday. Every single Monday, I'm putting out an episode. Ain't missing nothing. You got to be and also too, the cool thing about my podcast, it's also always available on my my at work. Excuse me. The podcast is not always the podcast is always available, even as soon as you upload it. Monday, boom, it goes up. Even when I'm working, I'm over here figuring out strategies to get the podcast up, because I realized that putting it on YouTube is the best platform. I didn't realize how cool YouTube was till I actually moved everything I was doing to YouTube. YouTube is such a big platform, it's not even funny. And the thing about YouTube is common words is what helps people to find your stuff, not just putting the title. The title is great, but the algorithm is in your title sometimes. That's how I know that putting my stuff on YouTube gets it seen, because people want to listen here. They don't want to hear only, because that's corny to them. That's why a lot of people are moving their platforms, whether it's the NFL, whether it's NBA basketball. You're watching most of the women's national tournament on YouTube, man. So, that's where it's at, man. You know what I mean? And then, of course, social media. YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, X, Instagram. Man, that's where the jump off is at. You got to have your social media up, because your social media is your thinking brain. It is your promotional platform. It gives you a chance to take your ideas and maximum out without begging any companies to give you the chance. Because what's happening back in the day was you'd have to hope that companies like you so they can put you on. You don't need that no more. You can put on yourself, man. You make your own money. You be independent. Understand the paperwork and copyrights and all that stuff that it needs to get where it needs to go. So I can't stress the importance of having these amazing platforms: YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, X, Instagram. You gotta have it, man. It's a must. You know what I mean? And so this has been an awesome show. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, if you're gonna have all your social media, for a lot of artists who are complaining and always whining, well, if you don't use your social media, it's not get you where you want to go. And you got to use your social media for what you want, because you're not beholden to any company. I mean, some people don't, because the horror story is this. Yes, it's great as this for Marvel, but it's not great for the artist. It's always bad for the artist because whenever you leave, they own everything you do. You don't have some kind of contracting stipulating. Whereas me, I'm independent. I don't beg nobody. Even on my website, it's not about begging anybody. I can just do it myself. You know what I mean? And I've got my own computer. I've got all the programs. I can just do whatever I want and move on. I don't have to beg anybody to give me an opportunity. Some opportunities are created for ourselves and created by us. So always remember that, y'all. And so please, don't forget to review us, rate us, give us a 5-star, don't be a hater. And as always, y'all, continue to aspire and achieve. Have a great week. Stay safe, y'all. Peace. Check this cool cartoon intro out. All right, you can see the rest of it on my YouTube channel, and you can also check it out on my website at sanusi.shop.com. Stay safe, y'all. Peace.